there are two things going on. Yeah, I think one of it is the rental market has been surprisingly resilient, but you're right, there's a chicken and egg question. I mean, I think the rental market is strong because people are struggling to buy, and some of that is because it's hard to get mortgages, student loans, it's hard to save for a down payment, and then, yeah, they're competing with investors who have cash to buy things.
And we know some of the big private equity firms have been doing this for years and have a whole structure in place for it, but there's also some surprising participants like overseas buyers on these all-cash websites. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I think that's really what we're seeing change. The Blackstones of the world are actually pulling back, and we're seeing technology making it easier and easier. You know, I interviewed a couple who was sitting in San Francisco and were buying homes in Tennessee. They've never been to Tennessee.
Wow.
So that's a really big change, too.
Are they buying all cash as well?
Yeah, exactly. Because they're like, well, we sold our condo in San Diego, and now I can buy multiple homes for cash in the Midwest and in the South.
And if you're a seller, you'd much rather sell to someone immediately for all cash than deal with maybe a first-time buyer going through the normal mortgage process, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I talked to this man. It was sort of actually heartbreaking. He was looking for a home in Detroit, and he said, you know, if someone pulls up, a guy in a truck pulls up, you pretty much know you're done because that guy is probably actually doesn't look that fancy, but is probably going to pay cash.
Wow. So what changes this, if anything? I mean, is this going to keep going? Are we going to keep talking about new highs and new highs in terms of investor participation?
Yeah, I wonder if we may be just in a new era in terms of investors being a bigger player in the U.S. housing market, because we're pretty near the peak of the housing cycle. And that's usually when you see investors pull back. And instead, we see now they're buying 1 in 5 starter homes in this country.
Starter homes, too. I could understand. I mean, if you were looking for a value, you could argue some of the major mansions that are selling for millions less than they were previously paid for, but why starter homes?
So I think part of this has to do with the aging housing stock in this country. What's happening is that a lot of these older homes are cheaper homes, and they need a ton of work. And if you look at, a young household just starting out, they don't have the cash to do that gut renovation. So investors are seizing that opportunity.